Hi, I'm Dominic. Thanks for watching Dominic's Woodworks. And a year ago, March 21st, 2014, obviously, I released my first video on YouTube, the Bandsaw tulips. Yes, and I've been thinking about what I could do to commemorate that great event, something like that. And I thought I'd show you a few fails from last year, projects that I started and that for some reason I didn't finish. There are probably more, and I just hid them somewhere in my shop, so I can't remember. But maybe this is interesting to you, maybe it isn't, but I want to give them a chance to be on camera too. Let's start with this one. This was meant to be a project that I call Soul Cage. It's in the line of fantasy items, and I have an idea how to do a better version, but this one is, well, I think it's my biggest fail in terms of work invested. This is walnut and cherry end grain chopping board thingy, and I cut it up to form this hexagon with these plywood pieces in between. I like how it looks, but I haven't figured out what to do with it. It doesn't work for what I actually intended it to be, and well, for now, it's a really nice paperweight. Next up, we have something inspired by April Wilkerson for Halloween. She made these pumpkins from basically board cut-offs stacked together with kind of an 8-bit vibe to it, at least to me. And I made this ghost. Yes. If you know what it's supposed to be, you can probably recognize it. But well, sanding it to the proper shape has proven to be really tricky, so I canned it. With using a grinding disc or a sanding disc in an angle grinder in a recent project. I might revisit that someday, but I don't feel like ghosts right now. Another thing, kinda inspired by Steve French and his intricate carvings, is this. The idea was to make a chain, a wooden chain with the links still connected. I know Steve Ramsey's trick to make the same chain but breaking the links and then putting them together, which is probably the easier way to do it. For this, I was kind of going along the lines of Boolean operations in 3D design, meaning to take pieces away and the remaining piece will be what you want it to be. At least that was the idea when I started doing these cuts with the table saw, and then making these and these. Next I thought I'd drill through here, and I actually cut along here. You can see that best here and here. And then all that would have been left to do was to take out the material in between. And of course that didn't work too well, because there would be you can see this really small amount of material left between the hole and the cut for these links, and even if I had managed it, it wouldn't have been a really strong chain. Dropping it once would have ruined it, and I don't really see me rounding that over either, so that's probably a paperweight. And last but not least, my first attempt at an end grain cutting board. I probably sang this one to death. I have sanded over my new planer a couple of times, but quite frankly I'm not sure whether it's worth doing the whole thing, seeing how these gouges go pretty deep. And maybe I'll just cut it up for paperweights. That's about it. That's of course not these are not the only fails. I probably have many more that I can't remember or that I managed to work up into a proper project. But I thought it would be a good idea for my 1-year anniversary to show you these. And who knows, maybe they inspire you. Or, well, I don't see that they can give you a laugh, but who knows. So thank you for watching. I'm either close to or already over 2,000 subscribers, and I'm well, I would actually say I'm over the moon, but I have made the experience that people can't really tell. I probably got this stoic facial expression or whatever. I will do something different for this occasion. Maybe you've seen that already, or maybe you haven't. Either way, thanks for supporting me, thanks for showing interest in what I do, which I would never have dreamed to be, well, the case. Thanks for watching. Please keep sharing my videos, it helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it very much. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to be inspired.